You know the maddest thing I've noticed is like, if you don't fit someone's narrative, if you don't agree to what someone's trying to push, although what you're trying to push yourself is contradictory to theirs, so it goes against what they're saying because what they're saying is bullshit, they definitely don't want to fuck with you, you know. Like, I've experienced this a few times, and I got a message from someone, innit? And anyway, man, see their profile picture and that, you know, like they got like freedom fighters and them things there, innit? You know, like the black freedom fighters and that. And they don't do this YouTube thing or nothing like that. But I remember one time I was at their yard and they was talking about writing a book, and they was talking about doing some kind of like presentation on the black struggles and that black oppression. And obviously this person knows that man does this YouTube thing. This person probably knows that like man is 100% against this black oppression, this black struggle thing. And it's just funny that like you're trying to promote one thing, like, and because you know my views are opposing, you definitely don't want to fuck with my thing. Don't get twisted. I'm not asking no one to bring me for no presentations and that, but I just thought it was funny, innit, that like you really want to push this black struggle thing, but then you got someone in your phone contacts that you know is doing well for themselves, but because they don't fit your narrative of amnesia, you turn a blind eye to it. I even had one time, and I'm glad this TV series didn't get dropped. I don't believe it got dropped. I don't watch TV. I don't watch BBC and nothing like that. Who the fuck watches daytime TV, really and truly, innit? Anyway, some woman I know, she knows someone that works in the BBC. And basically what they wanted to do is they wanted to cast black people who are like quote unquote entrepreneurs or whatever, innit? Not just normal 9-to-5ers, innit? Okay, interested. Man basically work a 9-to-5 and that, but man's got things going on the side, innit? Like literally tomorrow I'm supposed to be picking up my keys for my new property, or the day after at least. So I'm going to be on my 4th property in total, 3rd in England, innit? Anyway, they wanted to cast for some BBC program for black entrepreneurs and business owners who were struggling during the COVID times. So this woman I know put me in touch with someone that they know that works in the BBC that was casting for this program. So this person got in touch with me, phoned me up and said, yeah, like, what, you got 10 minutes to talk and that. And basically, man, just telling the guy on the phone, like, yo, man's not struggling during this COVID thing, you know, like, man's doing well for myself. I got this property, that property in a different country and that. Man's doing well and that. Man spoke his ear off, blood. Man did stutter on that one there. You lot don't rip me in the comment section, I beg. Man did talk his ear off, telling him about all my successes and that. Because I ain't going to pretend that I'm struggling and that. I ain't going to pretend that man struggled in my life severely. Told him, obviously, you get me, I gave him a background story. Done the road thing, get me been to jail and that. Get me all this little beef and madness. And obviously, man didn't go into no details, but man's trying to paint the picture that, get me, I come from that lifestyle and that. And I was able to turn it around. This is before I even dropped the book as well. And after me telling him, yeah, 10, 15 minutes, me and him chatting on the phone, he was like, yeah, you know what, yeah, I can see you on the right path, man. Just like, you get me, take care of yourself, innit? But really and truly, we don't feel like you're fit for this program and that. And it weren't that I weren't fit for the program because there's something wrong with me. I weren't fit for this program because I'm not a black struggling person who's complaining about fucking oppression. It's just madness to me. I just don't get it, blood. All these people out here really thinking that black people are oppressed and that. Fam, we're not oppressed, blood. Stop believing in things like oppression and depression. Stop believing you're oppressed. If you believe that you are oppressed, you will believe that you have some curse. And no matter how hard you try, how hard you fight, you're never going to get anywhere because of the colour of your skin. There's a glass ceiling. You can see the sky, but you can never reach it. Fam, you think if I believed in black oppression and I thought like, oh, I'm cursed because I'm a black man, you think you lot will be able to watch me and get inspiration? You think the man them in jail will be able to get inspiration in that? Man, take this thing all over the place. So it's not just black oppression or it's YouTube shadow ban. Yeah, I'm a black man. That's why YouTube don't want to promote my thing. Fam, it don't matter how many platforms want to shut you down, blood. If your thing is true, people want to fuck with you. I mentioned this before, blood. Andrew Tate got banned on every Ras platform. He got banned on platforms that he didn't even have an account on. They took away his banks, High Street Bank, Santander, all of them. We don't want to deal with you no more. Yet still, my man's getting like 10, 15, 20 podcast requests every Ras week. Obviously, a big part of it is people just want to get people on their show because they're doing numbers, they're getting bare views, their name's getting talked about. Because this is the thing you have to realize as well, yeah? Like all these people that do all these podcasts and interviews and that, for the most part, the only reason why fucking the Breakfast Club want to get Drake on because he's Drake, they don't give a fuck about Drake, blood. They don't give a shit. If Drake was the fucking carpenter or the fucking janitor at the gym group, you think they'll want to get him on their fucking podcast, blood? No. And talking about podcasts, don't get it twisted. Man's not, I've never asked anyone, oh, can I come on your podcast, please? Oh, invite me. But like, especially like, I've left comments under like small podcasts and that. You know them podcasts, they get 300. You see that, no disrespect, my thing don't get much views, don't get it twisted. But like, they'll be doing podcasts for 2 years and that. And I'll look at a podcast that was aired and published 6 months ago and there's only 200 views. So no one's viewing the thing like that. And I will leave a comment underneath, like I did the other day, innit, like saying like, yo, you can make it in life, you get me? All you need to do is change your mind. Say, you know, the usual JY's thing, innit? And a man will just like the comment or love it, and then that's it. A man should be saying, like, yo, what raw? Like, what man can really pattern up and, yeah? Man can, nah, because I don't fit the narrative, the man don't even want to chat to a man. The man don't even want to chat to a man. There's people out here, yeah? I guarantee you, I was telling my girl this the other day, gave her an analogy, yeah? Like, there's some black people, they don't want to see that there's opportunities for them to better themselves. You could have one black person who feels like they're oppressed, proper ghetto nigger mindset, blood. You could put him around 5 successful black people who can confirm that they've come from hard times, whatever, innit? They grow up on the ends, just like all of us. Most of us grow up on the ends. A man won't want to fuck with those black people in the future. Nah. Them lot are fake, man. Nah, they lick white man's batty. Rare. Who. Fam, what are you talking about, blood? Fam, these men are from the same background as you. A man would rather go and associate and be around his family and friends who are low lives. They ain't got nothing going on. All they want to do is complain about white people and that. Then flex with black people that are doing this. Do you get it, fam? Like, it's just mad. It's just mad. There's some people, they want to be oppressed. I guarantee you right now, yeah, there are a lot of black people, maybe all of them, that believe in this oppression shit. I guarantee you, if you could actually eradicate this oppression and racism nonsense and that, they wouldn't even want it to be eradicated subconsciously on sly, you know. Do you know why? Because it's an excuse for failure. Every time they fail, so black people that believe in this oppression shit, every time they fail, they can say, I failed as a black person because there's systematic racism, blah, 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 blah. They want that excuse to exist so that anytime they come close to failure and that, it's because of this reason. There's some people, they're so, do you know what it's like? I was going to say they're sick. Of course they're sick. But you know what it's like? A lot of black people that believe in oppression, they're the equivalent of the mechanic that don't quite fix the car properly. They always want to leave a problem. They always want to leave an excuse. The excuse is, oh, I'm black, so this is why I failed, fam. Fam, I'm telling you right now, like, you apply yourself, black oppression can't touch you. It's just another hurdle that's just gonna get ran through, fam. It's gonna get jumped over, gone around underneath. Life is full of hurdles, blood. It's not that difficult out here. Man are making a mountain out of a fucking molehill, blood. Said just a couple minutes ago, I'm about to complete on my 3rd property in the UK. Gonna collect the keys in a couple of days, hopefully. Hopefully the vendor don't fuck me about, innit? Fam, like, it weren't even that much, it weren't even that difficult for me to get the properties and that. All you need to do is just adopt some sacrifice and be able to save money and stop being a fucking sheep. Forget about Rolexes and Balmain and Balenciaga and Gucci. That ain't helping you, fam. That ain't putting, that is not a good investment, blood. And I know the Rolex idiots and AP idiots and Cartier idiots gonna come on and, oh, well, you know, it goes up quicker in value. Blood, tell me about one person that you know of, ever seen or heard of, that their great-great-grandfather has handed down a watch to them and it's worth something. But you can find people on the internet, on YouTube and that live in manor houses that their great-great-grandfather owned. That's the power of investing in rascal property, blood. But yeah, I just noticed, like, I saw this one picture and I know, like, yeah, this person's trying to push this black oppression thing or talk about the black thing and the black struggle and that, but then they don't want to chat to me, someone who's doing this. And then, like, you got people doing the podcast and that, man will, you get me, leave comments and I ain't asking for no, but I'm thinking, like, bro, why would you not want to communicate with that man? I don't need to come on your podcast and that, but you should be DMing me and, like, you get me? Nah, they don't want to hear it. They'll turn a blind eye, shut their ears, amnesia. Madness, blood. Then you got man phoning me, talking about want to do a program and that. How can I tell the man that I'm doing well for myself and, you get me, I'm not struggling as a black person and he feels like, no, I'm not fit for the program. If anything, I might as well put me on a Ras Club program because I'm showing that, blood, there's a way out. Like, I guarantee you, yeah, I guarantee you, there's a lot of man that I don't even come underneath their comment section and don't get it twisted, I don't comment under that much people's things on YouTube. It's more on Instagram and that, on the posts on Instagram. But I guarantee you, there's people that run podcasts and that. They see my thing, and I would be good for their show to come on to talk about, like, black oppression and that car. But man, not interested in talking about modern women or any kind of this nonsense and that. Like, the only thing, like, I would want to debate someone on really and truly is about black oppression. And you get me, this getting out of gangs and the road thing. I ain't got no time for no modern women Ras Clark podcast and them things there. Yeah, like, I mean, there's so much more going on in this world to be talking about fucking relationships and shit. So I guarantee these people that all these podcasts and that talk about the roads and that, they see my thing, amnesia. Because they don't fit their narrative. Because I'll go there and just blast everything that they got to say out of the water, and it, like, what you're saying is bullshit. I ain't gonna say that, I ain't gonna be disrespectful, but what I'm saying is you're chatting shit, blood. But they don't wanna have too much of a threat for them to come to bring me. Because I will go on there and say, okay, this is my origin, this is how I turned it around and them things there whilst I was getting it, after I got into trouble and that. And I'll reveal that there's actually a way out, you know. Like, you can cure yourself. You can cure yourself, you know. Anyway, madness. Stay was done now.